come in the arena, make the ground shake, make the ground scream. Me feeling knock out the enemy, bring the fire when I fight to the melody. Blood fire, you beginner, keep on the game, me a winner. Your man them know me a leader, when I come in the arena. When I come in the arena. Come in the arena, make the ground shake, make the ground scream. Me feeling knock out the enemy, bring the fire when I fight to the melody. Blood fire, you beginner, keep on the game, me a winner. Your man them know me a leader, when I come in the arena. When I come in the arena. Let's go.
Yeah, TGIF. Got a little money on a Spotify check. Shit been picking up, but I've been paying off debt. Haven't had a minute here to take a breath yet. No sweat, ain't nobody got it like this. A year goes picking up a couple side shifts. Funny how the tight shift. At least I know I got a lot of people out there bumping my shit. Yeah, I keep getting better, they keep getting better. Turning 26 letters into 6 figures. God willing, gotta keep the wheel spinning. No ceilings, no chilling. Got a pretty dope feeling. Boy, all my shit fuego. Don't be throwing rotten tomatoes. Since Egos and Legos, I've been like Lego. Baby, let's do it. Talking brass tacks, trying to get down to it. Oh, hey, hit every line with a blitz. Hey, man, it's first right here to test. Hey, put some Henny to the list. Damn, this shit might make me a rich man. Some people that told me you can't swing, but I guess the payback a bitch, ain't it? We gotta turn over every stone. Shout out to Justin to take us home.
Get things done in a minute. Say I talk big, but I live it, yeah. Get things done in a minute. say I talk big, but I live it. I am up next, payback is sweet. Up for 2 days, cause sleep's for the week. I am up next, payback is sweet. Up for 2 days, cause sleep's for the week.
This shit sound like payback. I've been about it since way back. 120, I gave that. Put my hands together and pray that I get a check for the payback. I've been about it since way back. 120, I gave that. Put my hands together and pray that I get a check for the payback. Payback, payback. This shit sound like payback. Payback, payback. This shit sound like payback. I've been about it since way back. 120, I gave that. Put my hands together and pray that I get a check for the
50% luck, 50% going out to get it. Really nowadays, I'm too blunt. Keeping it 100 like it's in it. Hear you talking about a game, boy, I'm in it.
Hello everyone, and welcome in to week number 2 of the Gears of War Community Series Champions League. Deluxe House here joining Jacob, MVPR, and Colin for some great matches today. Echo Fox taking on Optic Mexico. Echo Fox taking on Optic Gaming. It's the Optic Green Wall versus Echo Fox. Boys, how you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling great. Besides, actually, no, I'm coming off a little bit of a cold, but
yeah, don't lie to them.
Hey, I'm excited to be here. I'm super excited to be here. Besides, like a little bit of cold that I'm getting over.
Hey, any chance I get to see 4 of the best team or 3 of the best teams go at it on possibly only 4 of the best maps ever, I'm always excited. I'm feeling ready. Let's do this.
All right, well, just to recap things so far, we're in week number 2 of the Champions League. We started off with 8 of the best Gears of War teams in the world, and unfortunately, due to some events, recent happenings, roster changes, 2 of those teams are now going to be out of it. The first, no surprise here, Elevate. Their roster could not put together a 5-man roster. They were replaced by Simplicity, and then Simplicity could also not field the roster as well. So those 2 teams are gone. They occupied the 8th spot. But the big news today coming out, and we have Jacob MVPR in the chat here as well with us. Ghost Gaming, with the roster change, God Plays is going to be a free agent, and they have withdrawn themselves from the league. So Ghost Gaming will no longer be competing here. We're down to 6 teams competing for that big prize pool and for that championship. Gentlemen, it's been a rough day for Gears of War rosters. What are you thinking going forward here?
I think for most teams, it's about finding the right fit. Obviously, you know, Ghost, who went from winning a championship with Ribs to not doing so well the next event. So Ghost is probably trying to find the right fit. I would assume the same for Elevate and Simplicity. Yeah, I know they were, you know, kind of at the bottom end of the barrel when it comes to top teams, but they're probably just trying to find the right fit. As for Elevate, I actually don't even know why they would break up after such a good showing, but you know, it is what it is. It's Gears of War.
And the worst part of all these roster changes to me is that we're getting so much closer to San Diego. Every day that passes by is one less day for you to find that right fit and get into tip-top shape going into a major LAN event. And I hate to see all these roster changes. I just need people to stick together, work it out.
Yeah, currently the standings on screen. Optic Mexico, we're seeing them play right now versus Echo Fox. They're 2-0. They beat E United and they beat Nimbus. They look great against both those teams. And then last night, Fight Night, man, did they solidify themselves as by far the best North American team. I mean, nobody, I would say, is even that close right now with all the other rosters. You heard the story. Coming up first, Optic Mexico versus Echo Fox. Second, 9 p.m. Optic Gaming, the current champions of Gears of War, will get another shot at Echo Fox. Last night did not go Echo Fox's way. Optic Gaming steamrolled that matchup, but Echo Fox, you know it's in their heart to come back here and try to get a big W tonight, and I'm looking forward to that matchup for sure.
Yeah,
I
Jake,
agree. Good.
I was just going to say, give me your thoughts. A team like Echo Fox, who took a few days off, they're getting back into practice. They go against the world champion Optic Gaming last night, and now they got to go against the entirety of the Green Wall tonight. Is this the best kind of practice you could wish for? A little bit of pressure because of a prize pool, some standings on the line. You're getting a little bit of that pressure feel, but you're still going up against two of those top teams.
Yeah, 100%. And this is like one of the things I like to preach when some people talk about these leagues and stuff. This is the best practice you're going to get outside of maybe a 2K. Like, this is better practice than scrims. It's going to show that what you're working on in those scrims, is it viable? You know, do we keep going in the same direction? Do we need to tweak some stuff? So I think this is going to be a huge test for Echo Fox, especially, you know, they went from 1 week beating Optic in the 2K to losing, 2 weeks, so they have a lot to prove here, and I think this is a good opportunity for them to show that, taking on both Green Wall teams.
Yeah, and shout out to our sponsors tonight. Annex.gg donating $1,500 to the prize pool for the Gears of War Champions League. They're going to have, I want to make a little mini announcement here. I can't give too much information away, but we are coming out with a Gears of War piece of apparel. It's coming soon. We're hoping to have it this weekend, or at least by next week, next stream, we're going to have it. And let me tell you, I've seen it behind closed doors. It's amazing. I'm going to be rocking this thing in San Diego. The casters are going to have their own. They'll be wearing those on stream. So Annex.gg, go there and check them out. Right now, you can get the exclusive Blaze Fire Squad shirts as well there. And stay tuned, because it's definitely going to be a big shirt in the community, and I'm looking forward to that. Alongside with Matcherino. Matcherino, you can go over right now. We hit !prize in the stream. They'll take you to Matcherino. Use coupon code FTB. You can donate 50 cents for free to the prize pool. So you like Optic Mexico, you like Echo Fox, you like Optic Gaming, you want to give these guys some money, but you don't want to donate your own money, it's free to do. Just go there, promo code FTB, and you get yourself in there. And while you're there, on the right side of the page, follow those sponsors with Twitter. Follow them, retweet them, because guess what? That's more free money for the prize pool. That's right. 2 ways to donate free. Prize is the command in the chat. All the info is there. We appreciate it. And I went to the wrong screen now. Prize is the command in chat. We appreciate you going there and definitely donating to this prize pool. And again, it costs you $0. Gentlemen, we're getting ready. We're in the lobby here. Picks and bans. Echo Fox, Optic Mexico. Take a look at the picks and bans and give me your thoughts on what you think is going to go down in this series.
Taking a look. Ban Dam, Ban Impact. You see a lot of Impact Dams or Impact bans lately. Then you got Foundation Reclaimed Harbor. To me, this is the most standard of map picks possible. I think it's going to go in favor of Echo Fox, but that's just because I think they're the better when it comes to teamwork.
We saw Echo Fox down in New Orleans against Optic Mexico on all 3 of these maps. 100% of the time, it went in favor of Echo Fox. They have beaten them senseless on all 3 of these maps. I don't see this going a 3rd map, but if it does, on that 3rd map, Harbor, this is where Echo Fox shined. All of New Orleans, they came up short only 1 time on this map down there, and I'm excited to see if they have to go there, they're going to go ahead and bash some skulls in again. I got that feeling.
Yeah, we know. I mean, Foundation was not played really by this Optic Mexico squad for a long time. Curious to see if they put a little time in the map, and because they didn't ban it out, they banned Impact instead. Reclaimed, always been a Latin American map, and Harbor, the 3rd pick, that'll be kind of a toss-up, I'd say, for both teams. Sleaford with that mark set for Optic Mexico can do some real damage. Kyle on the other side. These 2 teams have met before, not the same rosters, but usually Echo Fox did come out on top on the Gears of War Pro circuit. So please stay tuned for this matchup. Map number 1 going to be going in to Foundation. It's going to be a good one. Back on the screen here, folks. Deluxe here again with Colin. Jacob. We're going to have a long night tonight of matches. If you're in the stream, you want to donate free prizes to Command. Also, we're giving away 2 Gears Esports supporter packs tonight on the stream, and also 1 on Twitter later. So if you can go ahead, follow the community series on Twitter. Right below the stream, you'll see a panel. We're giving away 1 pack on Twitter and 2 on live stream tonight. And you don't want to miss those because they have a new supporter pack now. You see the guaranteed characters coming out for you.
Wait, so 2 plus 1 on Twitter, that's 3?
3 all day.
Right,
3.
Let me get on Twitter real quick. Hold on.
Gears Com series.
I need my Black Steel Baird.
Jacob, I was trying my best last time there and earn the keyword to win them right here on the stream. I'm not gonna lie.
I just need my Black Steel Baird. I got everything else I need. Well, I need JD or Dell too, but that's not possible.
Well, we're looking fresh here. We're looking fresh, and definitely you boys looking good. They're in the lobby. The game will be loading up shortly. Echo Fox, Optic Mexico, the first shot at the green wall. But, waiting on top of that green wall, it's going to be the defending champions, Esports Gears champions, New Orleans, Optic Gaming. Last night, don't want to sugarcoat it. It was not even that close. The initials were going their way. When they had the advantage, they took it, took it to Echo Fox, and they really showed they were the best team in Gears of War right now. But anything can change, especially in these leagues and on these streams. One win can really catapult you to the next level.
I agree 100%, especially since Gears at times can be a momentum-based game. If anybody really actually paid attention to New Orleans in that grand finals, Echo Fox up 5-3 over Optic. Kyle and Powers had a blunder of a play over on Catwalk, and from there, just Optic was able to pull away round after round. They shifted that momentum in their favor and took it away from Echo Fox.
All right, gentlemen, we're getting ready to go into the game. We're loading up here. Let's get into it. Map number 1, Foundation. PR Colin, map number 1, Foundation. We're bringing it up here. You're seeing it. Escalation is the game. 1st to 7 rounds. Best of 3 maps. Optic Mexico, Echo Fox, PR Colin. Take us away and let's get it, baby.
Yeah, I'm ready for this, Colin. Yeah, I don't know about you, but it's been a while since I got to cast Echo Fox and Optic Mexico. So I'm ready for this one, especially since you got, in my opinion, both of these rosters are just continuously getting better and better over time. And Echo Fox, after losing to Optic yesterday, losing to Optic in the 2K as well, I think they have a chip on their shoulder.
Hey, Echo Fox, it's going to be the hungriest skulk you've seen in a while. That group of Foxes is just ready to not get caged in by this green wall. But on the opposite side of this, Optic Mexico has been playing better than I have seen them play in the past few weeks, both here in the Community Series and in their 2Ks in Latin America. They are on a bulldozer-like run.
See, Dezenide quickly getting that first kill on Kyle, getting first blood. That's 2 to start us off here as he takes out Franchise as well, and he sees Monkey's probably asking for help right there, and he's going to quickly cross. So not only did he get 2 kills right off of the start, he's putting some good damage down to probably keep Monkeys alive, and they're actually going to try and press that kill, and I'm trying to go over and find out where Monkeys is at as Dezenide gets that cross, and Monkey's finally able to clean that one up.
Yeah, and it looks like right there, I love to see when you have a teammate get that kind of call out and then get the help that he asked for. You do have the possible trip cap coming in, but they're going to have to fight this off. That's a lot of death early on. That's that cavalcade of instant deaths in that initial fight that you got to fend off early on. But I think Echo Fox is the team that can do it.
Kyle, he's front running, taking most of the damage, allowing his teammates to push in right after. This is going to give Echo an opportunity to 1v3. Sleeper going to get 1 before being taken out. Adverse trying to go a last second save, not able to come up with anything, but as I say that, he is going to be able to take out Kyle. Dezenite taking out Powers. The tables had turned for just a second. Man advantage still going in favor of Optic Mexico, but Echo Fox finally an opportunity here to battle back.
Hey, it's like you said right before the game started. Escalation can be such a game of momentum. They're so far back in their own spawn right now trying to get back to their home hill that all the momentum is in Optic Mexico's favor. They've got to figure out how to not just neutralize that momentum, but then overcome what's coming at them.
You see a lot of fight going down here. Echo Fox, 2 quick kills, make that 3 as Kenny picking up the 3rd one. Sleeper put full red by Kenny down, so that's 4 dead by Optic Mexico. Monkey's the last member alive. He's actually being a little sneaky here as Echo Fox going to try and go for this triple cap. He's going to get that last second break, but does he know somebody is spawning behind him? He's going to end up in a 1v1 against Kyle. All Kyle needs to do is stay in the hill. He can force Monkeys to him, and then he can get that last chunk shot. The down is going to be coming out. Monkeys is going to be taken out, but it does look like Optic Mexico is going to be able to fight off of their home with a 40-second lead here in round number 1. Optic Mexico is in a good spot. They do win off of 1. They don't have to force anything, and they know Echo has to make the plays. But as I say, that Icy getting 1, this is Echo's opportunity here to start making things happen.
Hey, Jacob, I know you got your caster goggles on right now, but I need you to put your coach hat on. If you're down by about 30 seconds, but you've got this 2-hill cap going on and you're getting those points back, at what point do you, as the opposing team, say, hey, we need to go ahead and get a break? What point number are you looking for as the last-ditch effort?
It's not necessarily a point number. It's just, you got to fight your openings, especially when it's this close already. And I lied, by the way. This is going to be a 210-209 in Echo Fox's favor if nobody breaks a hill. So it's going to be up to Optic Mexico here to make this touch. You need to find your opportunities if you're Optic Mexico, and this is an opportunity right here on Kyle, but Kyle sees it coming. Franchise getting a kill. He's going to try and back up. He's going to be taken down, but as I say that, 2 kills go in favor of Echo Fox. The lead still in favor of Optic Mexico. This is an opportunity right here. Optic Mexico just needs a 1-for-1. They need to stay alive and value their lives, but Sleeper going to be taken down next. Now it's up to the remaining members. That's going to be Dezenide falling on the home hill as well. Adver is going to do what he can to get this break, but all hills uncapped for Optic Mexico. Echo Fox slowly climbing back into this one. They do have an opportunity here to win off of 1 still. They do need a couple more breaks, and it does look like Optic Mexico is going to be able to secure the first round.
That was so well fought by Optic Mexico. They kept their heads. They're continuing to get the kills and the trades that they need. They did exactly what you said. They went ahead. They valued their lives when they came off spawn. They fought things in a pinch formation, and they got the kills when it need be, and that's why you see that 1-0 lead right now for Optic Mexico.
Yep, and I think Echo Fox knew. I was kind of second off on the math. They knew that you win off 2, so when you have a win off of 1, win off 2 scenario, you have a good setup. You know you don't have to be the team to make a push. They waited for Optic Mexico to make the push. It looked great at first that Echo Fox was going to be able to defend it, especially with Kyle backing up. But, great plays by Optic Mexico to clean up those kills and then eventually swarm on their own home hill to solidify it, as you saw the last members of Echo Fox trying to get that last second touch.
And it looks like right here, what kind of weapon placement are we going to have? We get the block, the double secondary block. I actually like that move. They don't want to put anything in the hands of any of those finesse players over there in Optic Mexico. It might take away a little bit of the finesse from Echo Fox, but I think they've got the guns to go pound for pound, punch for punch with the standard weapons with a team like Optic Mexico. I think Echo Fox just has to get their feet under them here early.
See similar strategies coming out. We're jumping on board Kyle this time, dodging a quick shot by Dezenide. Probably didn't see it coming, but maybe that intuition. But Adverse and Icy picking up kills. Still a 4v4. Kyle getting 1 while put full red. He's going to try and maneuver, bounce around. 3 dead for Optic Mexico. Make that 4 dead as Monkeys goes down. That is going to be 5 dead for Optic Mexico. And I do expect a triple cap opportunity to come out here. Adverse is going to be able to get a touch if the sound starts to come out. So it's all up to how they play off of these respawns, and they need to make sure they're trading these kills.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough spot. This is, again, like I said last round, you've got to fight off that momentum. You've got to somehow stagnate all that force coming down on your hill. But you had everybody die basically consecutively. So not only did you have all those deaths at the same time, you're going to have everybody coming off spawn. So you've got to coordinate, get your shots in, and try to fight for your life to fight them off.
Obviously, it's going to be Monkeys getting that touch. The decap B saving, or I should say prolonging the round for just a moment. Now it's Sleeper's turn to make things happen. The touch isn't enough, Colin. He needs to get the decap as well. He's not going to be able to get that one, so Echo Fox tying it up here 1-1 in our first map, and this is already looking like a back and forth fight.
Yeah, I love right there. Did you see right there on that final B hill? He had got onto it to try to get that touch in the break. The member for Echo Fox knew that all he had to do was sit back, Lancer, get the easy down and the easy cleanup. I see a lot of people make the mistake of pulling out Nasher, head downing at that guy, and possibly giving him an easy chunk, making the round even longer and putting your potential teammates at their home hill in trouble. Take notes, ladies and gentlemen. If you've got that situation where he has to get that break, he has to stay in that hill, go ahead. Get those 13 rounds of Lancer in, get that down, get that easy cleanup, get out of there.
Yep. Saw that weapon was going to be the instance placed in towards the Pistons. And usually we see the fight going down towards open. You know, you'd think with this, as we're going to jump on board, Kenny from Echo Fox should change up the fight a little bit over at B. As you see, there's a weapon to fight for now. You see Echo Fox playing a little bit slow, trying to get the cross, trying to bait Adverse out, but on the open side of the map, Franchise going to get that first blood on Dezenide. This should make things a little bit easier as Kenny pushing up, getting this kill on Adverse, make that a double as he takes out Sleeper as well. Instant's going to go in the hands of Kenny Bounces. Chaos, last member alive, another 5 dead scenario for Echo Fox. They have an opportunity here to push forward again. Dezenide gonna be the last member alive. He needs to get the decap as well, and he's gonna be taken out. So 2 quick rounds for Echo Fox. And like I said earlier on, this game is a game of a momentum, and it does look like Echo Fox is beginning to gain some of that.
Oh, without a doubt, they are starting to get all the wheels greased here early on. But let me ask you this. I'm looking at this early initial. In the first round, Echo Fox went down there in the boxing ring that is the pillar fight in the open area. They ended up getting slayed out, and then they end up losing that round on the heels of that. These last 2 rounds, it looks like Echo Fox almost set a trap. They let Optic Mexico play right into their hands a little bit slower, and then once they had them crossed out a little bit, they got those easy one-shot chunks, making it too easy to get those kills.
100%. Franchise is making those small adjustments. You're probably doing the same strategy overall, but it's those small adjustments that matter. With Optic Mexico placing down this boom shot, strategies will switch up entirely. 3 middle from both teams. Kyle Franchise being the front runners. Icy versus Dezenide, but he's going to get flanked by Chaos. Monkey's going to be able to pick up one as well. Franchise, Powers, and Kenny, and another one from Franchise to make that 4 dead for Optic Mexico. They're not able to stay alive here off of this initial.
Yeah, they've got to figure something out. I know the boom shot is to try to force that team Nasher fight, to try to force that kind of puncher's ball down there, make it a back alley street fight. But I'm telling you right now, you got to do something more than just get your head in the game. You've got to get in there and get shots on people. You got to get them a little bit weak. You got to make them afraid to just be bouncing around making the easy plays. And oh my goodness, they're going to try to chase this boom shot down, I think.
I don't necessarily agree with those boom shots, but you know, with Kenny and Powers pushing up 5 dead for Optic Mexico, this is why I'm a caster, Colin. You know, I usually want to use those boom shots for pushes, especially I saw for a moment B was being decapped, but whoever was at B for Echo Fox handled that one. Powers getting 2 kills and eventually a third with one of his teammates. That's 3 straight rounds for Echo Fox. And if you look at the scoreboard, Powers with 14 kills. We see this kid play his first event in New Orleans, and he showed that he's the real deal, and he's continuing to do that back to online.
Hey, the young Steven Seagal, he will kick you in the mouth faster than you can blink your eye. He will let you know who your daddy is without ever having to say it, baby.
100%. He's the youngest father in the Gears of War community, fathering most teams, especially when he was in New Orleans. But you see grenades coming out towards Statue. Once again, you're going to see 3 middle from each team, 1 to the sides for a moment. Echo Fox choosing to try and Lancer, letting Kyle try and get in there first. Dezenide's going to hide through the smoke, taking out Franchise, giving Optic Mexico the advantage here. They just need to stay alive, use their numbers. Dezenide's going to fall to Kyle. Sleeper getting one on Kenny. Adverse and Kyle trading once again, so it does look like it's going to be a 2v2. Boom shot still up, but Optic Mexico has both sets of grenades.
Yeah, you're gonna get squinched right there. You've got all the grenades, all that crowd control, where they can basically force you into whatever they want. But this is a beautiful 1v going down here at the Statue, Jacob. And it looks like Icy got the easy 2-shot down on him and then just cleans him up a little stand-up, says, hey, man, let me go ahead and snap that neck, drop you on the floor.
You see both home hills finally being capped up. First grenade going out, trying to pressure them off, but that actually got Franchise full red. So any plan they had there for that moment is just going to be delayed as you see them staying, trying to get this cap in. You see 4 members of Optic Mexico all surrounding their home hill one way or another. Franchise staying alive, full red. Sleeper finally using that boom shot. Does have one more in his pocket. This is a good opportunity here for him to kind of push up and ruffle them feathers, but he gets that second boom and he misses it on Icy, probably putting him full red for Chaos to finish that one up. You see the fight going to be coming down. Kyle trying to pressure, taking out Sleeper, going down himself. Kenny's going to fall as well, leaving Powers all by himself, but if he plays his cards right, he can get this kill on Monkey, especially if it's sneaking past him. And then with the help of Franchise distracting, Power's going to be able to come out on top of that one. That gives them a man advantage for just a little bit of time. As you see the spawns coming out, that's 10 more seconds. The Monkeys is dead. Kyle and Kenny are about to spawn.
Nothing in this world upsets me more than when you have a member on a top-tier team just head downing across the map, not paying attention to the surroundings. You know you have a member alive on the opposing team. You've got to play it just a hair slower. Try to get somebody to get an angle to possibly find him, because if you're just running around playing a game of hide-and-seek, he's going to pop out and tag you up, man.
Dezenide using that first instant, not able to connect with anything, gets in a fight with Kyle here. Blood player's not really landing good shots, but with a little bit of help, Kyle is going to go down. Dezenide's going to clean that one up, but not without his teammates being sacrificed. But with a nice spin around shot, Dezenide making things happen, and now he blocks the exit for Icy. This is great heads-up plays by Dezenide, keeping his space, knowing that he has a teammate, and they're going to get that kill as well, opening the door for Optic Mexico. But as I say that, Powers and Fran trying to even it up. Franchise going down as well for just a moment. It was a little bit of a 2v2. Franchise separated from his teammate, so he was taken down. New boom shot picked up by Chaos. If he can get out with his boom shot, Colin, I do think this is going to be an Optic Mexico round, or at least the most potential to be.
Hey, 4 rockets should easily win you a round. No way, no how should you lose a round if you get all 4 rockets. Especially off of that respawn, you're going to have members flying around the map. You've got that boom shot. You get back up on your own free accord because your teammates are fighting for your life because you're still down on your hands and knees. It's now time to move up, give them a little support, and use those rockets to the best of your ability. But the smoke, a perfect smoke comes in, but he still gets the rocket off. Oh my goodness gracious. It's going to be up to Franchise to try to get this touchdown here. But easy boom shot kill.
Like you said, 4 boom shots, 4 grenades, 2 ensigns. Heck, maybe I think there was actually 4 ensigns in favor of Optic Mexico. If you don't close out that round with that much power weapon control, then you need to go back to the lab and start again.
That's a drawing board situation if you lose that kind of round. I am curious how many people think about this. You were so complimentary of Dezenide in his spacing down there at the bottom ramp going into Pistons, and I am too. I love it. He cut off the exit for Icy. He had a teammate up at the top of the ramp, and he still never pushed. He just kept the Nasher out so that if Icy tried to bounce up to him, he could one-shot down him or possibly just chunk him. But at the same time, he kept putting pot shots on. The Lancer Fire coming down the ramp. That's what we're talking about. When we use the term spacing, it's knowing the area that you're in. It's that combat awareness to examine your surroundings, examine your opponent, and making the correct decision. Use those brain cells that God gave you, baby.
So we're going to see similar strategies coming out once again. Jump aboard Dezenide. He gets that first kill on Kyle, hiding in the smoke again. Echo Fox, you're hoping to learn from your lesson, but that's 2 kills from Dezenide. Make that 3 as he's going to go off there, letting his teammate get the boom. 5 dead from Echo Fox. This surely should be a triple cap, especially with boom in hands. As you see it coming out, no one spawned yet. So as, you know, Echo Fox led to gain momentum and beginning to pull away with it, it's already 3-3 going into the half. So we're already tied up here. Optic Mexico showing some life, turning the tables, and this is where it's basically a 1st to 4. It's no longer a 1st to 7. You gotta reset. You gotta forget about the first half, everything that happened, everything that went wrong, and you gotta start anew.
Yeah, then you go up, you get those 3 triple caps within about 3.5 minutes, and then all of a sudden you kind of have this long, drawn-out round where you get all the power weapon control. You have to wait on a respawn for boom shot before you can get that triple cap, and now you're going into second half, and you've got a bit of a situation on your hands, because if you're Echo Fox, you got to go, what caused us to be able to lure them in, and then all of a sudden we could no longer do that? They saw right through our plan. They saw right through that trap card they were laying down.
Franchise getting that first blood on Avers on the other side of the map. They're going to go and try to double team Kyle. Dezenide able to get out with that one. Does look like E is going to go in favor of Echo Fox along with the home hill. Franchise, however, is going to be put down. They're going to go ahead and try and push that hill, push it. As you see 3 members coming out of nowhere, that's going to be numbers in favor of Optic Mexico. Icy going down as well, so 2 more fall, make that 3 total going down from Echo Fox, giving Optic Mexico the advantage. I was just about to say the great positioning by this Echo Fox squad, but an even better retake by this Optic squad.
Yeah, that's an underrated ability and an underrated stat. You see a team start to lose the initial, and then they basically wolfpack their way into a numbers advantage. They learn from their mistake. They say, hey, look, let's not keep pushing these easy 1v1s or these 2v1s that they might be able to take on us. Let's get all of our members into the same small area, use our Lancers to our advantage, and get the numbers back in our favor.
If I'm Optic Mexico right here at this point, you know the numbers from Echo Fox are at E, so go ahead and try and OEs. You see Detonite and Sleep are looking like they're going to do just that for a moment, but you know, they're second guessing themselves. I can't necessarily disagree, especially since we're going back to these 12-second respawn timers, the shortest respawn timers in the game. That's where you typically want to play for the neutral hill, except for moments like that where Echo Fox had 3 people at E. I kind of say you maybe go for it. Get that one guy as soon as possible, and then you kill the guy off of respawn as you see him rotate over. But instead, it does look like Optic Mexico is going to try and go for a retake over on E. Backs up against the wall. Franchise going to be able to sneak one kill. Chaos full red. Monkey's going down as well. Last-ditch effort. Chaos is going to be take out Fran, and he's going to be able to rotate away. But this is where a flank is going to be coming out. Chaos is just trying to be distraction for Sleepers. He's going to get that one as well. So as Echo gets that control over E, it's going to be taken right back by Optic Mexico.
Oh my goodness, but over on the home hill, there's a big fight going down all the way across the map. You see the possibility of that trip cap coming in finally, because Optic Mexico had their resources set out correctly. As they got the flank on at E, able to take it back, they had a fight going down at Echo Fox's home hill to put even more pressure on it. Made every 1v1 at E that much more important. Every fight that much bigger, and this is a big team fight again. I love when they have these lower respawns. I know a lot of people hate to see these consecutive team fights, but I love to see how teams can respond to it. Maybe lose a member and have to retake, maybe lose 2 members and have to back up. I love team fights, Jacob.
This is a huge fight for this on this hill right here. E is going to go in favor of Optic Mexico. So is D. Echo Fox needs to win this, and they need to go across or at least cap F. As you see the score, it's about 3 seconds apart. Kenny going to go down on that side of the map. Optic Mexico can still squeak away from this one. Why are 2 members from Echo Fox, Icy and Fran, just sitting on the hill? This is Optic Mexico's chance to squeak by, especially with the members of Echo Fox falling here. That's going to be a last-second touch. They need it, and they're not going to be able to get it as Optic Mexico squeak by with that one.
Oh my goodness, that is not something I would ever imagine coming out of 2 former world champions like Icy and Fran. I know they get the double cap, they get a little bit of a faster cap or a retake on their home, but I can't imagine what was the conversation was right there. I think they're going to have to take a few seconds to try to get that sorted out, because there's no way on God's green earth that those 2 guys are both sitting there when you see the point differential and the way that it's going in the round, unless of course they just gave up on the round, which I never want to hear anybody do.
Yeah, but there are certain times in a match where, yes, you got to play for hills. Sometimes you got to play for objectives and stuff. But sometimes it's kills over hills. And in that situation, you needed to go in. You needed to go to the other side of the map, have, you know, Icy or Fran. One of you have to cap. But you need to start making that effort over onto the other side. You saw Kenny went down. He was the only member of your team over there. So you know he's not going to be able to get a touch while he's respawning. So you got to at least make an effort. Otherwise, you're just going to sit there and lose, just like we saw there.
I really wish I had seen last round. I wish I'd have been able to switch the camera over to see Powers on the hill. I wasn't sure because at first it looked like the longest time it was just going to be a 1v1 setup. I don't know if they actually got a second member of Optic Mexico over there for that possible flank or pressure on their home hill, but a big team fight going down here in the middle for those incendiary grenades, and it looks like Echo Fox started out with first blood breaking ice.
See on this mid-ramp, Kyle, Franchise trying to do what they can. It looks like Chaos was going to leave his teammate for a moment. Franchise trying to take advantage. He's going to be taken out. Kenny with the Ensign. He gets taken out as well with a trade from Chaos. It just seems like a lot of destruction going down. You see Optic Mexico looks like they're going to try and make a push over towards Powers, trying to catch him out in position on that T. But the question is, are they going to continue this push, especially with 2 members respawning? So that's going to be 3 members of Echo Fox over towards that home hill. As I say that, Adverse making that smart play to rotate out. You know the respawns are not long enough yet to where you can get away with a play like that.
Yeah, you can't bang your head against the wall. They're coming off a respawn. They're going to be fresh. They're going to be able to lance you as you come straight out of a cat tunnel. They're going to be able to just rotate over, make the smarter play, try to get numbers in their advantage yet again at E. I love how Optic Mexico has been playing tonight. This is unbelievably smart play from them. I love to see a team that seems to be practicing and playing on all cylinders.
Yes, I'm over here trying to watch this statue fight. This is the neutral hill. Echo Fox does have control, but it's a stalemated 3v3 with a little bit of position to Optic Mexico. If I'm Echo Fox, I kind of want to, you know, Kyle and Kenny trying to push out and push the catwalk. But as I say that, that's going to be Chaos and Monkeys doing that exact thing with their numbers. 4v3 in favor of Optic Mexico. Icy going to be the first one going down. Detonite's going to clean up that kill. Now they set their target on Kenny, but Detonite's going to be taken down. Kyle gonna clean up that kill. So a little bit of bloodbath going on from both teams, but it does look like Optic Mexico is gonna be able to come out on top, leaving Powers all by himself to defend this hill.
Yeah, and if you see right there at the end of that fight, Franchise comes up around the corner. Kyle's right below him, down on his hands and knees, begging for a little bit of help. Franchise still with the Lancer out, still trying to put in shots to maybe save Kenny. Without getting that revive or even going for it, the members of Optic Mexico had a chance to just fly at him, pick up an easy double kill, and then finish off Kenny, which leads to yet another triple cap, 5-3 Optic Mexico. I am telling you, this is a completely different team from what I saw in New Orleans. They are playing out of their minds.
Yep. On the flip side, Echo Fox looking a little bit sloppy, going from winning some initials convincingly to just not being able to match up and take advantage of Dezenite. You see the scoreboard, Colin. 10 kills, 15 downs, least time dead in the map from Kenny. And this guy, he doesn't get enough credit for what he brings to the team right there. As you see, he almost has double, almost triple Powers downs, almost 4 times Franz down. So even though they are the ones getting the kills for the team, it's not without the help of Kenny backing them up.
I hate to say it, though. I love the fact that he's getting those downs, and I understand the critical role that he's playing right now. But with the way you're losing these down-bottom fights and you're getting overtaken in just a straight shotgun battle where either Optic Mexico is bringing you into their arena or you're being forced into their arena, I'd like to see Kenny bounce on us and get a few of those shotgun kills himself.
So you're tired of seeing Kenny Lancers and you want to see Kenny bounce. So I'm on Kenny trying to make that happen for you, Colin. He's going to be quickly taken down by Adverse and across from Dezenite. It does look like they have control of the catwalk. Franchise with these instants trying to catch Adverse out of position. Maybe go for a little bit of an instant kill. He's going to be able to dodge that one on the other side of the map. Sleeper going to be taken out. Icy, so man advantage going to Optic Mexico early on, even though Echo Fox did get those instants.
And again, if you watched right there, when you were on Kenny early in this round, when he went down after Adverse, as you saw him chase Adverse for a second, he switched from his Gnasher to his pistol, like he was going to get a few pistol shots in, maybe get that last second ditch effort down. But instead, it actually cost him because he's so stuck in the animation for switching weapons. Instead of just forcing the issue and forcing that fight, he gets caught in that weapon switch animation, he gets taken down, and another triple cap comes out for Optic Mexico. The dominoes are falling, ladies and gentlemen. They're falling fast, and Optic Mexico was the one that flicked the first one.
Yeah, but it's not looking good for Echo Fox here at map number 1. This is where you expect teams to put a drop shot, boom shot. Echo Fox known for the drop shot, but you see they're hovering the boom shot, and they're putting it in a different location than the rounds before. And when that boom shot was down in the first half, that's when Optic Mexico started to gain momentum in that middle. You see Dezenite hiding in the smoke on Echo Fox's side of mid-ramp. Can't necessarily do that no more. This weapon being placed down over in the Piston is going to change up the fight entirely.
Yeah, I love the Piston fight. There's a lot more cover. It actually becomes less of an arena and more of a tactician's battle. It becomes more chess rather than checkers down there in the Pistons. You have more angles, more ways that you can cross out, and you've got to be aware of a possible quick pick, people trying to cut toward open and get those extra numbers out there. I love the way that the battle can fall out down here.
But the result is still the same. Optic Mexico killing 5 members of Echo Fox. Triple cap looks like it's going to come out. This does look like map number 1 is going to go in favor of Optic Mexico. And I really question what happened. That was an Echo Fox meltdown. The first round was kind of close, back and forth. Optic Mexico squeaked away with it at the last seconds. Echo Fox winning 3 straight after that, and then losing 6 straight rounds. And if you look at the numbers, 18 from both Dezenite and Chaos, 17 from Monkeys, it was rather even actually across the board when it comes to kills and downs. So that shows stats, they don't tell the full story. Those stats right there to me was like a 7, not necessarily a 7-6, but it was a pretty close match.
Hey, Jacob, there's an old saying in golf, there's no pictures on a scorecard. I know what those stats right there want to tell me, but all that really matters is what's in that right-hand column. 7-3. Optic Mexico. They got it done.
And they're showing, it's all about teamwork and rotations, not necessarily how many kills you can put up on the scoreboard. And that's something a lot of teams can take note of. If you're making the right rotations, you're moving around the map the right way, especially if you're communicating and using your teammates. Like that one play that we saw with Dezenite spacing, getting 2 kills. He wasn't antsy on Icy. He threw the instant, so where Icy couldn't move away, knows his teammates coming. He's like, hey, I'm just going to sit back. I'm going to wait. Frost comes out, forcing IDC out of position, and it was easy from there. And it's things like that that separates the good teams from the bad teams. You could drop 30 bombs, you could drop 40 bombs, heck, you can even drop a 60 bomb, but if you're not winning, it's all for nothing.
Yeah, and I got a quick stat to throw at you. So in that map, Optic Mexico won out of the 10 rounds they played. They won 6 of the initials. The 4 initials they didn't win, they had the ability to win that round still on a retake in second half, where Echo Fox won the initial. They got more kills out of nowhere. Next thing you know, they get 1 or 2 kills down there and open, and then all of a sudden they flip the map on its head, still get a triple cap to end the round. But Echo Fox, the 3 rounds they won, the 3 triples they got in those first 4 rounds were the only 3 initials they truly won and took full map control.
Yep. So that just goes to show, like, you can be the best team on initials, but there's more to the game than just initial strategies. You have to play the rest of the round out. And if you're not holding, if you're not doing good retakes, if you're not, maneuvering around the map, like I said, it's going to be all for nothing, especially, like I said, those 30, 40, 50 bombs. If they're not the right kills at the right time, they mean absolutely nothing. And that goes back to reference what I was talking about, a possibility of me not agreeing with a boom shot play. Some people just use boom shots to get kills because they can. They don't realize they can save that boom shot just a little bit longer and make a bigger impact around the map. Luckily for them, those 2 kills, and then his teammates at B were also able to defend B at the same time. But if his teammates don't defend B, he uses those 2 boom shots, gets 2 kills, and they're just all for nothing.
Yeah, I think one of these things that teams are learning right now, especially with the way that this league is set up, is that when you play in these league matches, it's almost being played. I know it's online, but it's almost being played like a LAN. You're going to have to play smarter, not harder in 99% of these gunfights. You have to be able to communicate, rotate, and do all the things necessary to keep your teammates standing on both feet, not down on their knees.
Yep.
All right, first map went the way of Optic Mexico Foundation. I'll be honest, folks, I did not see that one coming, the history of Gears of War Esports. But map number 2 going to be Reclaimed, picked by Optic Mexico. So they won the pick of Echo Fox. Now they're going to pick Reclaimed and see if they can close out here 2-0. Current standings right now, they're a little bit off. Optic Mexico undefeated, though. Wins over E United and a win over Nimbus. Is looking to go 3-0 and give Echo Fox their first loss. Echo Fox, however, is still playing Rise later in the week. They're down 0-1 in maps to Rise, so we'll see how that turns out. But right now, we're going to map number 2, and it's going to be a good one.
I mean, this green wall looks like they're very, very talented as a whole. I'm looking at the score. That total of 3-0. Yes, one's Optic Gaming, one's Optic Mexico, 2 totally different teams, and they're battling against each other. But if you're a green wall fan, gotta be happy to see something like that. But if you keep looking at the standings, just like you said, Rise 1-0, up 1-0. You said in maps over Echo Fox, or Rise showing with this roster change, getting Detox, and making those even coaching staff changes. It looks like it's already working out for them. But you got to make it to the event, and you got to do the same thing there.
And coming up later tonight, as you know, Optic Gaming will take on Echo Fox, so they're trying to get past Mexico first and move on to the defending champs, but as we've seen so far, hasn't been that easy. Map 1 didn't go their way. Now they're looking to take the next 2 maps. For those of you tuning in, welcome again to the Gears of War Champions League, sponsored by Annex.gg. Check them out. We have a huge t-shirt, huge apparel announcement coming later next week. It's going to be a big one for the community and for Gears of War. I'm really excited about it. So follow them on Twitter and at Annex.gg, as well as go to Matcherino.com. You can see the link if you go ahead and hit !prize and stream. You can donate for free. That's all it is, free. Go there.
So you could donate for free, Deluxe.
I'm not kidding you right now. Everybody in here should go there. Takes 2 seconds. Donate for free. FTB is the code. And while you're there, it takes another 3 seconds to go over to those right side links, retweet, follow those people. It's just free money to the community series, free money to the prize pool, free money for more tournaments, not only for amateurs, but for pros alike. We're here, we're doing it. Map number 2 is coming up. Gentlemen, I want you to take it away as we go into map 2. Echo Fox versus Optic Gaming Mexico.
Colin, what do you expect going into Reclaimed? I know I have my opinions as Reclaimed on a map, but Reclaimed, what do you think of it? Who do you think has the upper hand?
I think Reclaimed comes down to the fight that everybody despises. Who gets the better smoke into the bowl for a longer stun and then can kill the guy that's still got his hands over his eyeballs. But we all know that fight comes down, and it boils down to the guy that got into bowl so fast all of Season 1, he forced Mental to start playing alternate just to go head-to-head with him, and that's franchise, baby.
As I say that fight did play a big portion. 3 members of Optic Mexico falling almost instantly. Kyle going around. He's going to threaten with that triple cap. You know, I wonder where Sleeper's at. Sleeper's going to do everything he can to try and get the touch, but I don't think he's going to be able to. You see the cross coming out from Kenny and another member of Echo Fox. So in 39 seconds, Echo Fox showing that map 1 might have been a fluke, but at the same time, you know, you were ahead 3-1 before Optic Mexico came back. Will that happen again? We got to stay tuned to find out.
Yeah, Echo Fox, I think, played that to perfection. You see that bullfight, you see those long stuns, you saw those 3 quick kills come out, and then the flank from Apples getting that last member down. They end up rotating down, getting that pressure on the home hill, and then they get a little bit of Lancer fire because Sleeper tried to sneak gun over, get that secondary home hill break. But now you see the boom shot, bottom barn. It's a completely different fight. It's no longer who can stun who longer. It's about a cut. It's about a little bit of Lancer fire. It's a lucky shot here or there, maybe over a cover to get an easy chunk.
Dude, Chaos front spawn for Optic Mexico. He's not going to be able to do anything with that. Icy getting the boom shot, taking out Desanide early on. So anything that happens from here on out in favor of Echo Fox, making me eat my words. What was that, Franchise and Icy? Luckily, Kyle's there to help that one. Icy taken out by Monkeys. Kyle gonna keep the train rolling, taking out the next one. Kenny getting a kill as well. Echo Fox in prime position to get B, especially since Power's getting that kill, and that's gonna be Kyle actually pushing up. He's showing that he's really aggressive here, taking out Desanide as well. Now he has to go through Adverse. If he gets this kill without getting a touch, this is going to be over, and he's going to do just that as Echo Fox looking like they're already steamrolling 2 straight rounds in under 2 minutes.
Yeah, I set it down in New Orleans. I sat with the man for a while. I told him, hey, I know you took the critical out of your name, but I loved it when you still had the full-on critical Kyle, because if you lose track of where that man is and you think he's soft, he's going to make you critically pay for it because he's critically acclaimed and he's critically good at this game, baby.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious why it hasn't been Marks' dropped just yet if you're Optic Mexico. And then on the same side, we saw on map number 1, Echo Fox refused to place those marks as well. You got Kyle and Sleeper, 2 of the best marks in the game. And they're not putting it down right away, so you got to wonder, are they scared of each other or the weapon itself? Because I do know you can get random headshots. When I say random, it's not really random, it's just the player doesn't expect it.
Yeah, I like when they put in that mechanic. I like that they tried to get that mechanic because it is a carbine. You're expecting an accuracy shot. You're expecting to be able to get that payoff for the accuracy of the shot. But at the same time, I really do think it is a little bit of trepidation. You don't want to put a weapon down that's so powerful that can change the scope of every fight that you're in. But as I'm talking about it, as quickly as Echo Fox took control of that last round, Optic Mexico is taking control of this round completely. Icy with a boom shot to get a kill and down himself.
Both players were stunned there for just a moment. I thought Fran was going to be able to get out of that kill for just a moment. Optic Mexico striking back. Both of these teams winning each round, 39 seconds, 55 seconds, 47 seconds. They're playing really hyper aggressive. And just like you said, that's kind of how this map tends to play out. It doesn't matter if it's first half. It doesn't matter if it's second half. You kind of throw a smoke and get loose. I mentioned it in one of these 2Ks. A lot of smoke, a lot of stun coming out from both of these teams. And it's just how about you position yourself after that stun. I'm not necessarily saying, you can dodge the smoke itself after it's clouded up, but once you position yourself after that stun, you get some marks, you get some team play because your teammates are gonna see stuff across the map and they're gonna be able to guide whoever's in that fight. And I do think Echo Fox should have the upper hand in that area.
And look at this, Jacob, not the Marksa, not the Boltok, the tertiary secondary we like to see. The hammer burst going down at the first half home hills. That's a big time weapon because people underestimate it, but if you can control the recoil, get a little double tap on the head right there, all 6 of those rounds, you're getting a free down, baby.
I don't want to see who's going to pick it up, and I want to switch to them, but that's going to be nobody picking up the hammer versus coming back. In Season 1, it was kind of a throwaway weapon placement, basically a bad grade X, but now Icy getting that boom shot almost every single round, not necessarily putting it to use, but he doesn't really have to in Franchise, getting a double kill, make that a triple kill. Franchise showing off for the stream right now, and this is what I'm talking about. You got to use those booms wisely. Icy switching to his Lancer, lancering him down, making sure he knows he does not have to use his boom shot in order to get that kill, and that's going to save him some boom shots here as he pushes up here.
Yeah, I love that. Icy dropping his Nasher for that dropping his Nasher to get that boom shot, and then using that boom shot so wisely. He then moving on, using that Lancer again. He's got that first season Echo Fox Lancer skin. I love to see that. It's a little bit of a slap in the face to some of the other teams he might have been on, but at the same time, it's a throwback, baby. I love the way it looks.
You gotta collect all the skins at this point. But like I said, I want to go back to that boom shot. He's just very smart. He really thought about it, especially with his team there, probably letting him know, hey, he's full red, He knows I don't need to waste a full-on boom shot here, because if he uses that boom shot, that gives the play, I think it was Adverse, an opportunity to get a touch. But as I say that for just a moment, it's going to be chaos with some technical difficulties. But we all know Echo Fox, great sports, not moving, making sure. Oh,
hey, Jacob, real quick, you see there what we talked about so much. We had the boom shot in the first round placement. We had the incendiaries for the second round placement, and then the hammer burst. And we're sitting there. Here comes the big bad wolf itself. The Marxes go down in that other secondary spot. I want you to give me an insight. If you're a coach, especially for Optic Mexico, and you know you can get it into the hands of one of the best Marxa players in the game, Sleeper, do you go ahead and just send him up to B to fight a 1v1 possibly with that Marxa in his hand?
That's typically what it is going to be. Unfortunately, since the Marxa was placed kind of late, it's only going to be here for 2 rounds with long respawns. The fight is still going to go down bottom barn / top barn. There's not going to be a lot of Marxa usage when it comes to team play, unless somebody's trying to go for a little bit of trick strat, or maybe somebody's out of position. So I think it's going to be a kind of a Kyle versus Sleeper, or maybe even Kenny versus Sleeper. I don't really remember. I'm trying to look at the stats. Both of them have caps, so I can't even say who exactly is going to be that guy. But it doesn't really matter who it is. They're going to pick up the Marxa. They're going to go for the Incens. They're not necessarily going to fight for the Incens. They're going to stare each other at first. And then after the fight goes down bottom barn, that's when you're going to see 1 or 2 players start to make that push.
All right, well, that being said, a little bit of a delay here. We're waiting for one player to reconnect. While we are, make sure those of you in the stream go ahead and follow the Gears Community Series on Twitter. We're going to be giving away 1 Gears Esports Supporter Pack at the end of the stream tonight to one of our Twitter followers. So go ahead and follow on Twitter if you're not already doing that. And, of course, thank you to our casters tonight, Colin, Jacob. Go follow those guys on Twitter, as well as myself, of course, if you want Deluxe. I wouldn't mind that. They do a great job here. We're all volunteering our time to bring this series to the community. So I definitely appreciate you guys being here, and hopefully this match can get resumed very shortly.
Volunteer, you said you were going to write me a check for $100 million. The Fortnite prize pool.
Well, I gotta go.
He's gotta go, ladies and gentlemen. See, I volunteered my time strictly off the basis that he said, hey, man, you're going to cast with Jacob. I said, whoa, a chance to sit next to the man himself, let him hear him do his thing, see how he good is at this, take a little notes here on the side. No way, no how am I missing that. I'm going to be here all night long. I'm going to listen to Jacob do it better than most and take as many notes as I can.
I love working with Deluxe, and this is my first opportunity to work with you, Colin. After hearing you on streams, you just make me laugh in a good way. Not because, just the words you use and how you phrase stuff. It makes me laugh because it works so well. So it's been a pleasure being able to work with you through 1 map so far. We got 3 more minimum to go. And I say minimum because, this is Echo Fox versus the Green Wall. And I do think Echo Fox is going to be able to start some sort of a comeback, especially up 3-1 already. Kind of saw it in the first map. They were able to pull away with 6 straight rounds, but I don't think that's going to be the case here on Reclaim just because of the way the map plays out.
Hey, Jacob, real quick, check it out on stream. Powers is doing a little dance for us. It's the dance of death, baby. The rev, unrev of the chainsaw. 1 false move, somebody on his own team is getting dropped. I kind of hope to see it happen.
Check out the characters for just a moment. He's actually the only one moving, and I don't want to say it's because he's a little kid and can't sit still, but I remember when I was a little kid and can't sit still. Imagine that's me now. Pretty sure they're gonna go anytime now. I'm pretty sure most players, when they're in this situation, they message each other and they let each other know, hey, we're gonna look at the clock and see it's around 4 minutes. They're probably gonna go at 4 minutes. That's would be my guess.
Yeah, that's
As I
beautiful